Listen, this is a chai latte right here, a chai latte. Now, at the end of the day, we're going to talk about control. The name of the game is control. Listen, the alpha male feel like he got to control everything. The beta male, he feel like he got to control the woman. The sigma male feel like he got to control the mysteriousness. He just got to be the controller of hiding. And we still see you. At the end of the day, listen, you cannot let people control you. At the end of the day, listen, the suburbs is amazing because nobody will lay a hand on you. They're going to use psychological control. At the end of the day, when you get to the suburbs, or if you're in the suburbs right now, listen, you got to understand. People in the suburbs, they use psychological control on you. They read 48 Laws of Power. Yeah, the 48 Laws of Power readers and studiers, they live in the suburbs with me. Yeah, I'm around all the wolves 99% of the time. Like, I'm literally around all the wolves. I'm around, my dad is a, but what are you? Well, my dad owns, but what do you own? Well, like I told you with the alpha male. At the end of the day, you got to be so introverted that you don't care for control. At the end of the day, in a melanated community, if you mess with a woman outside your race, listen, they feel, oh, we can't control him no more. So whatever happens to him, it happens. And you feel me? Dr. Umar, they feel like if you get a snow bunny, oh, listen, they're mad because they can't control you. Relationships, it doesn't matter. Listen, the alpha male, Shannon Sharp wanted to control Gabby. I'ma choke you, Gabby. I'ma choke you, Gabby. He wanted to control Gabby. He wanted to control that cat. At the end of the day, everybody should have free will. God gave everybody free will. So with that being said is, if you want to not have sex for 7 to 10 years, focus on your future family and your future wife, they're going to call you a simp. If I pay my wife 30 bands per month allowance because I can afford that, they're going to call you a simp. They're going to call you that because it's control. We're supposed to be in a fake gender war. You got to realize, when you treat women good, we're technically supposed to be in a fake gender war. But who are we when I'm just an individual? See, listen, the control is real. But at the same time, they love to say, what's going on, my black brother? But at the end of the day, if I ask you for $400 and I don't even know you and you my same skin color, you're going to be like, why? What you need $400 for? They're not going to give it to you. But you want to control who I stick my vitamin D in. You want to control, oh, you got the dudes, the alpha males. They tell you, oh, you ain't getting laid. You missing out. They trying to control you. They want you to end up on child support just like them. Listen, the alpha male, he's extroverted. The alpha male is not an introvert. Like I told you guys before, introverts run the world. But the alpha male is not an introvert. The alpha male needs to control everything around him. He needs to control the beta males around him. He needs to control the women around him. And listen, in Babylon, aka America, if you want to control the coochie, if you want to control the woman, that's dangerous. You're on your way headed to a domestic violence case. Like Javante Davis. All guys that hit women, they're controlled. They believe if I bust her upside the head, she ain't gonna play with me no more. Listen, that doesn't mean she's gonna respect you. The reason women play with you is because you begged for the number. It wasn't natural. You weren't even established. You're begging for a number and you're not established. You don't have a Rolls Royce. What can you do for her? You're not trying to put her on. Listen, a lot of dudes, they hate to see women in Lambos. They hate for a woman to get millions. Oh, women are entrepreneurs now, like Steph is so cold. They want all women to be poor. They want it to go back to 1950 where a woman stays at the house and they go out and work. But if that happens, the kids won't eat. I repeat, if that happens, the children won't eat. They're going to eat ramen noodles and pizza. They're going to eat Little Caesars pizza. They're not even getting Domino's or the good Papa John's. They got to eat Little Caesars hot and ready. They can't even get a meat lovers from Little Caesars. At the end of the day, listen, we're not controlled. I only speak to bosses. As an introvert, you should only speak to bosses. Besides saying, hi, how you doing today? If somebody says, hey, how you doing? Listen, because listen, the people at the penthouse suite, front office people, they speak to me every time they see me. The women, they speak to me. They know your name off the bat, even if you don't talk. They know your name if you're in the penthouse suite. They know you. Oh, they know you. You're in the penthouse? Oh, we know what you're paying for rent. You got it. How you doing today? At the end of the day, a lot of people like to play the race card, but you're not at a high entry level pay. So what that means in a first world country like Babylon, aka America, if you don't have this, oh, it's gonna get bad. It's gonna be disrespect coming at all costs. They're gonna disrespect you because they know you're not a hard worker. This is a first world country. They know you're not even close to getting a Rolls Royce no time soon. Yo, we just gonna play with this dude. We just don't believe him. Everybody in the hood, they always got ops because they don't get respected. They disrespect themselves by smashing everything in the hood. They leave and run off on a woman. They leave the woman to take care of the child by herself. But it took two people to make a child. But only one person ends up taking care of that child. Listen, at the end of the day, I blame the man because it takes the man's seed to fertilize the egg. If a man didn't place his seed in there, even though he couldn't take care of it, guess what? You wouldn't have to go through this. But since men can't control their or destroy their lust, broken homes get created. Dr. Umar's daughters get created. And now she has to get in bar fights. Your daughter's going to get in bar fights because of your actions. Because you were controlled. Some OG probably told you, or your best friend probably told you, man, she look good. You better go get her number. Go apply that pressure. You better go smash. See what happens when you have a friend? Friends have ego. In Babylon, friends tend to have egos. Listen, no such thing as friends around me. Listen, if you're around me, guess what? It's business transactional only. It's only business. I repeat, if you're around me in real life, it's only business. If it's not business, listen, I do not do friends. Because friends want control. They feel like, oh yeah, you ain't getting no woman. I'm getting more women than you. But you're poor. But I'm getting more women than you. But you're poor. It takes the guy with the Rolls Royce to come snatch your girl like that. She's gone. At the end of the day, dudes want to be the Pookie and Ray Ray. They're controlled by the alpha male. The alpha male told you to be just like that guy. You didn't naturally just be like that guy. No, the alpha male told you to be like that guy. You guys are controlled by an alpha. The alpha male tells you 10 to 20 steps on how to smash on a first date. You're controlled by his 20 tactics. He has to give you 20 tactics. A lot of alpha males, they want power. They're controlled by Robert Greene's 48 laws of power. I repeat, they're controlled by Robert Greene's 48 laws of power. And I'm not judging Robert Greene either. Listen, those dudes are those dudes. And I'm just me. At the end of the day, you got to understand. Those dudes want to control you. That's how they control you 48 ways. I repeat, 48 laws of power. That's how they control you 48 ways. That's how Robert Greene controls you 48 different ways. He gave you the book, The Art of Seduction. He taught you his ways of seduction. He taught you what he has to use to get to seduce somebody. Listen, why don't you just be yourself? You guys didn't write the book 48 Laws of Power. You didn't write the book Art of Seduction. So why are you taking his advice? He has no muscles. Listen, I'm not judging Robert Greene, but listen, he has no muscles. He's not in shape. He's not even healthy. Why is he talking about seducing something? Listen, that's very feminine. Listen, an alpha male has to be the most feminine position because you got to understand, an alpha male is emotional. Listen, in 2025, the reason I really have no friends is because you can't tell the difference between man and woman now. Equality has reached Babylon. Equality has reached America. You cannot tell who's a man and who's a woman now. You got Chris Sean Rock out there talking about she taking testosterone now. Not to judge her. We don't judge women, but she's going to become a man now. See what happens when equality is here? So a woman feel like she could be the man too. Even a guy feel like he could be the girl. Listen, at the end of the day, this is Babylon. You got to stay away from these alpha males, bro. These alpha males, listen, AMS, he be getting his butt ate by a woman. Yeah, he talking about how to make a woman submit to him. He put his butt up in the air and she eat it. Listen, like I said, you can't tell who's the man and who's the woman now. I thought only women stick it up in the air. Now, alpha males are sticking it up in it. No, listen, at the end of the day, we're not following that advice. So listen, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. The alpha male is controlled by his own lust. The alpha male can't destroy lust. That's why he got to dominate. He's only dominating the beta so he can get approval and validation from a woman who overlooked him in the first place. Yeah, a woman overlooked him in the first place. But he still wants that validation. The only way he's going to get attention is by slapping other dudes in the back of the neck. By telling other dudes, do this, do that, do this, do that. If you do that, you're a simp. Don't do that. Don't listen. They're giving you game. Telling you to not love women, to not fall in love with the woman. Listen, that's demonic. At the end of the day, how could you not love women? Are you not straight? I repeat, how could you not love women? Are you not straight? But they want you to love the AMS game, though. They want you to love the techniques. My question is, if you don't love women, if you don't want to see women on top, why be attracted to a woman? Listen, at the end of the day, I'm attracted to women, but I'm only attracted to my wife, my future wife. At the end of the day, you got to understand that alpha is controlled. The beta male is controlled, and he doesn't even know. The beta male is like the sheep. He's controlled, and he doesn't even know. And he's trying to control because the beta male has money. The beta male has resources. The beta male can live in upscale neighborhoods. The beta male thinks he can control and lead with his wallet, like KS. Kevin Samuels was a beta male. He wanted to lead with his wallet instead of leading with logic and being a leader. Instead of leading his family out of a generational curse. But he didn't have a family. He was caught with a Latina in the bed. Listen, at the end of the day, you got to understand. Then the Sigma male is controlled. Somebody told him he has to be mysterious. So he's just walking around looking like a straight creep. He's hiding behind trees. He hiding behind stop signs. He hiding behind Save-A-Lot. You caught him behind Walmart, hiding behind a dumpster. He gonna pop out and ask for the number like the Kool-Aid man. Hey! That's the Sigma male. The Sigma male is ultimately controlled. Why is he hiding? The Sigma male is so controlled, he hiding from the alpha who sticks his butt in the air. The Sigma male is even hiding from the beta because he doesn't have resources, but he wants to seem mysterious. Maybe if I hide like I'm a villain off of Mortal Kombat and go invisible, man. Bruh, if a Sigma male had a superpower, they would be invisible guy. How you gonna get, bro? How do they expect a woman to take them serious if they hiding? If you had the Rolls Royce, you wouldn't have to hide. Trust me, you wouldn't hide with that Rolls Royce. You wouldn't hide. You wouldn't be able to hide with an 18-bedroom mansion. They know, oh, that guy lives there. Yeah, that guy lives there. At the end of the day, listen, in a penthouse, if you're in a penthouse suite, how can you be a Sigma male in a penthouse? They know who lives in that penthouse in the neighborhood, in this luxury apartment. They know I live in a penthouse. So, How would I be able to hide? How would I be able to be a Sigma male? If I was a Sigma male, I wouldn't even have resources because I gotta hide from my boss. My boss is a female. I gotta hide from her. I gotta straight hide from her. She tell me to go clean a restroom. She looking for me. I'm hiding inside the refrigerator. Oh yeah. Nice. I didn't mean for you to catch me here. Listen, at the end of the day, I'll go clean it. Listen. They want to say limited words. How are you gonna say limited words and run up the numbers on YouTube as a content creator? Sigma males can't even be a content creator because they always gotta say less than necessary. Robert Greene is hindering your numbers. At the end of the day, Robert Greene is hindering your LD Nettle. Listen, I'm not hiding, bro. At the end of the day, once you're an individual, you have to understand freedom is free. I repeat, once you're an individual and an introvert, you have to understand freedom is free. You are now free. When they say, oh, melanated man, they can't date outside their race, but a melanated woman, she could date a white guy. No problem. But if you talk to the white woman, it's a problem. Listen, a lot of dudes in the melanated community, they're scared to date or talk to white women. Listen, don't date. I wouldn't advise that. Do not date. But they're scared to marry a white woman. Because of what other people are going to say. They're going to take their validation away from you and say, oh, nah, brother, get out. That's control. They're going to call you brother and then they're going to tell you to get away from her. At the end of the day, this 2025. This is not the slavery days. Dr. Umars of society are controlled. This white snow bunny never. Listen, if that was my wife, my white snow bunny was my wife, and Dr. Umar said that in front of me, oh, it would have been a bar fight. I repeat, oh, it would have been a bar fight. I would have beat Dr. Umar up. You're going to talk down to my wife, call her a white snow bunny? Is she a bunny or is she a human being? Stop playing with me. At the end of the day, it's all control. It's all control. They coming out talking about, oh, the meat is bad for you. Listen, I'm going to eat me a steak if I want a steak. I'm going to eat me a Wagyu burger if I want me a Wagyu burger. They like, oh, why you shouldn't train in the gym 6 days a week. You should only do 4 times a week. Listen, you're not going to control me. Freedom is free. At the end of the day, Monk Mode Gang, you know what's going on. Listen, bro.